Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone had a great Wednesday. Today is Thursday, so we're going to do some math. Tomorrow is Friday, and at 11 o'clock we have our Math Zoom. At 11 o'clock tomorrow. So anybody has questions about anything in math, feel free to jump on. At 11, I'll post the link on not only my classroom page, but also Mr. Hunsinger's page and Mrs. Lee/Mrs. Go's page. So that way you guys can jump on and get your math questions answered. So one of the things I do is I make these videos in the morning because I look for your comments throughout the day to see if I need to answer anything while the next day for making the video. So one of the things I want to go over is this 6 divided by 1/2. So do you think that this answer to this problem, our quotient, right, because a quotient is an answer to a division problem, do you think our quotient is going to be larger or smaller? So greater or less than 6? What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be greater than or less than 6? So if we were to turn this into a multiplication problem, because we do that a lot with division, right? We think, well, what times 1/2, right, is going to equal 6? Do you think what's missing here, right, that missing number? Do you think this number is going to be greater or less than 6? And you might already know this answer, and you might already be doing with the reciprocal and everything else for this problem up here, and that's fine. But we still have to understand the math behind it. So what do you guys think? So if you thought that this is going to be greater than 6, you are correct, because if it was 1, such as what times 1 equals 6, well then of course this is going to be 6. But this is not 1, this is less than 1. And because it's less than 1, it's going to make it greater than 6 here. So I heard from a lot of people yesterday, and they were drawing out, right, to represent these types of problems, and I was loving it, because that drawing out really helps you understand what you're doing. So if we go back to our original problem, right, this original problem, it is 6 divided by 1/2. So if we have 6 boxes, right, well, that's 6 right here, 2, 4, 6. And I was to break each box into a half, right? And you know that Picasso Eckridge here is not the best at drawing, but we all try our best. I tell that to my daughter all the time. Just try your best. So there's 2 here, 2 here, 2, 2, 2, 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So our answer must be 12. And it is. Now, again, if we were to go and work this problem out, and you were one of those people who are like, man, I don't need that, Mr. Eckridge, I'm too cool for school, just bring it on, then what I would want to do is put the 6 over 1, correct? I'm going to bring this down, but I'm going to flip it. Can you remember what I said the name of that was? That it's a true math term. It's the reciprocal. It's called the reciprocal. And a reciprocal, keep in your mind, is going to be a flip. The denominator now becomes my numerator. The numerator becomes my denominator. And what happens to this division sign? It becomes multiplication. So you get 12 over 1, and of course you get 12. Now, why am I stressing this? Because this actually shows you what you're doing. This is just solving the problem. This is great, and if you're understanding this, awesome. Like, I'm not putting it down at all. This is how I do division of fractions, because I already know this. Learn this stuff, because it's going to stick with you, and it's going to really help you understand what you're doing here. All right, let's go over some homework from yesterday. So we had 5 divided by 1/3. This is page 460. 5 divided by 1/3. So, of course, our answer is if we were to draw out 5 of these, right? 4, 3, 4, 5. And we were to break them up into 3 groups. So there'd be 3 here, and of course there'd be 3 here, and 3 here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 15 is our answer for number 2. And make sure you're putting that unit behind it. So whether you're talking about bows or ribbons or cookies or muffins or sprockets or whatever, dingle hoppers, I don't know. Put the unit behind it. So of course this one is going to be 18. Because there's going to be 6 in each of these boxes that I would draw out, right? I would draw out 3 boxes, and I would break them up into 6, 6, 12, 18. And finally, let's do this one this way. So we put 4 over 1, put that as a multiplication sign. 5 over 1, we get 20 over 1, and of course that equals 20. Today you're going to do 461 and 463. Some more division problems. I really want to see you draw things out if they tell you to draw it out. And even if they don't, draw it out. Draw a couple out. Right? And then practice also with using that reciprocal. Today's student is Meg. Don't forget that we have the Zoom at 11 tomorrow for anyone. Right? It's like, hey, I have one question. Jump on the Zoom. It's also okay to email me questions. You know, I worked with a student yesterday over Zoom. Man, this guy didn't even need my help. He was working so hard. He got everything. I think he just missed, you know, Mr. Eckridge and our banter back and forth. But really, he did an awesome job. So if you need help, I'm here for you. Other than that, I guess I'll see you guys later.